And here we are back again in Quail Valley, in the apocalypse, trying to survive. We are still at this science team we found up here. And since last time all I've done is eat some fruit, drink some water, and fill up my inventory. As you can see, we're full on food and we're not thirsty. And I'm now gonna run all the way back down here to our shelter to deposit our stuff, and then I'm gonna come back up here and continue exploring. Not going to torment you with that though, so see you when I'm back from a drop-off run. So I've brought you back earlier than I expected. We're only here, we've made it from there and down there. I haven't made it to the shelter to leave stuff yet. However, what I brought you back to see is this up here. There's a lot of stuff around us, including giant ants. We can actually see one down here. And there is another one, I believe, to the south, and there's at least one to the southeast. Also more ant larvae. There's a rattlesnake somewhere up northwest. I passed it. It's harmless. If you don't, I suppose if you step on it maybe it gets angry, and there's a crow somewhere. However, the important things are these giant ants. The anthill is all the way up here, but there seem to be a lot of ants down here for some reason. It's a bit concerning. There might be another anthill over here or something that we can't see. It's also possible, because I'm not entirely sure, that the ant larva we've seen around here has matured into giant ants. And I don't really want to fight giant ants right now. You can see this giant ant here is uninjured. It's an enormous red ant covered in chitinous plating. It possesses a pair of wriggling antennae and vicious looking mandibles. Currently it's ignoring us. Let's hope it continues to do so. Let's hope its friends continue to ignore us as we try to make our way past. There's the second. Now we have all three on the screen. We have one there, one there, one there. Since they're still listed here, I believe there's even more. Yeah, there's a fourth one. Here's a fifth one. This is not looking good. Are any of you hostile or something? No, not yet. Let's see, can we maybe go around them by moving through the forest? I would prefer not to, but you know, maybe we don't have a choice. Maybe we'll even have to move out of our shelter. There's even more ants over here now. We seem to be having an ant problem. We need exterminators. And there's another ant. This is bad, actually. This is very bad. I'm gonna have to chance it, I suppose, and just try to move not too close to the ants. Get through this. And there's our old dog friend who lost us in the forest. He's gonna be following us around again, I suppose. It's fine, he's not an ant at least. I don't know where all these ants came from, and I would prefer not to find out, because I suspect it's not a very nice place. Let's hope they haven't set up shop here in our shelter. No, home sweet home, we are back. Everything's nice, the curtains are drawn. So let's put our stuff on the counter here and head back up later. See you when I'm back up at the science corpses, having hopefully safely negotiated the evil ants again. In case I get into a fight there, I'll bring you back then. Let's hope I don't. There we go, I have made it back safely past the ant swarm down here. And I can tell you this much, it's a big ant swarm, but they seem to all be ignoring me at the moment. Let's hope they stay that way. What I hope is that they're very, very, very nearsighted. And in that case, as long as I don't stray into that area during the night, I should be safe. There are a few perilously close to the shelter though, so we might get trouble. Also, as you can see, our dog has caught up to us and followed us back. Let's hope he doesn't turn on us, and we're gonna continue doing some exploration. We're gonna move further up here and then probably swing down and cover a bit further west. So let's see if we find anything interesting, and if we do, I will most certainly bring you back then. As you can see, I made it roughly 3 feet before I came back, because this thing popped up, a Triffid sprout. I believe it's here, Triffid sprout, there's another one there. It's a small Triffid, only a few feet tall. It has not yet developed bark, but its sting is still sharp and deadly. These are some kind of possibly walking, murderous, man-killing, possibly eating plants. I believe they're based on some fairly silly old disaster movie, horror movie, featuring murderous plants, which if you thought zombies were dumb, because you can just walk away from them, being slow, these are plants, they have roots. Well, what that probably means is there's a Triffid grove up here somewhere. I believe you can get plant matter to eat from Triffids. I also believe they can kill you rather significantly. There's also, now I see, a fungal fighter. I haven't actually seen these things. I've seen a reference to them in crafting recipes, material gotten from them. Where were they? They are to the nowhere. Okay, so they should be on the map. Well, that's fun. Oh, I see it, I see it. It's right over here. It's a fungal fighter, a stout woody plant that can dig through the ground and flick spines from its branches. The thorns carry a fungicidal compound with paralytic effects. That could be very useful, because I believe, well, these are ignoring me, but he's hostile. I don't know if he's actually mobile. You can get like their stinger with their fungicidal compound, and you can use that, I believe, to make fungicide and stuff to cure you from a fungal infection. And fungal infections are very, 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 very bad and very, very deadly, as most things in this world. Let's see, if I move about a bit like this, no, I think that fungal fighter's actually stationary. The Triffids aren't. I just saw this guy move, but I believe they're very slow. So we're gonna try to avoid the Triffids, which are somewhere. I'm not sure about the symbol. I know at some point there's actually been, I believe at some point the map symbol for something evil was an F, and they generally spawned inside forests, so they were impossible to see. But I think a Triffid grove might have a different, well, I hope it has a different symbol than a forest. Got a deer over there and a dog. You're not hostile, or no, you're still tracking me. Gotta be careful. I'm gonna hopefully avoid angering the flesh-eating plants, but I wouldn't mind figuring out where they live so I can avoid them even more. And possibly go up and harvest their fleshy vegetable marrow. Plant marrow, I believe you can get from them. They might live... we found them here, they might live up there. In the middle of the forest. There were some of them out there though, so... You know why? You know what? Let's just put a little note there, so we know. And well, that was the Triffids. We're gonna continue exploring then. I'll probably check out this area and see if I can make my way through this forest. Seems to be there. Let's hope we find something. It's approaching evening though, so I have to be careful. Well, I suppose this is what I get for not paying proper attention. We now have 2 dogs, but I have also managed to stumble into another town. You can see it here. I wasn't actually keeping track of the city, or of the map rather. There's a gas station up there, very very nice, because we know where there is a car without fuel. But it's in a city, so there's gonna be zombies. I haven't actually seen any zombies yet. I suppose we'll back off a bit. Just a bit though. Oh, here we go, there's a zombie cop. I knew the cops would come for me sooner or later. There we go, a human body covered by a weather-beaten and badly damaged set of riot gear. Well, that's great. That means our crowbar is going to be not too efficient if we fight him. Are you attacking me yet? Yes, yes. This dog is actually heavily injured. I believe this might be the dogs just being silly and running into each other and auto-attacking. So they've gotten into a fight with each other basically, without me noticing. And now he's coming for me. Let's get as much distance as possible. Would like you to be stuck in the bush. And I need to do some nasty stuff here. Let's see, I will take off something. I'll take off my lab coat. Ow. Well, as we can see, that's precisely what's happened. The dog misses the dog hits the dog hits the dog. So the dog's been fighting each other. And let's just wait a step there. We'll check here. Now we're only 2 encumbered on the torso. It still lowers our melee skill into the negatives. This will be the first time we fight. Our dodging will be nothing. Let's take off our backpack as well and drop it on the ground there. We haven't actually been hit, which is good, and now our encumbrance is down to 1. So let's wait another step or 2, and now let's swing at the dog and see what happens. I miss and I dodged the dog's attack. That's very good. Let's swing again. I swing wildly and miss, that's not good, and the dog has moved out of the bush. Let's get back in the bush. As you saw, I managed to get 2 swings and the dog got 1. Swing again. It's a miss and a dodge. And a second miss. This is bad. I don't want to take off my army jacket because it's some protection. Get back in the bush. I missed and I dodged. And I missed. Oh. I hit the dog for 9 damage. He is now severely injured. And I can't see what's inside the bush. The dog is currently fleeing. Let's see, are you still fleeing? If you flee... No, he came back. Came back for more. I whacked the dog, but I do no damage. This is a sturdy dog. I hit him with a crowbar and he wasn't even phased. And there we go. I hit him for another 9 damage and that was enough to kill him. And now the second dog, who is uninjured, is mad at us for killing his friend. That's great. So doggy, you wanna join your friend in the bush? No, please do. Don't go around the bush. Go through the bush. The bush is your friend. Or run away, that's fine too. Oh, now he's ignoring me. That's fine with me. You go on ignoring me. Let's see if he's still ignoring me and I might be able to get my backpack back. Yes. Now, I wouldn't mind... I want to move away from the dog in case he attacks me again. However, I wouldn't mind... be careful. Picking up this dog corpse. Which means it's a big heavy thing, so I have to carry it in my hands. Yes. Which means I'm not currently wielding my crowbar. Here we go. This is what we need. Right over here. Okay. We're going to drop a dog corpse and then we're going to butcher it. However, my clumsy butchering destroyed the meat. Damn it. I'm hoping on some food and maybe something else. But I believe we probably got some survival skill from that failed butchery attempt. That's what I'm hoping at least. Okay. So I guess we'll move into this forest and swing down this way as we planned. Hopefully we don't stumble into another city without being aware. But if we do, promise I will bring you back. Before we leave though, I will drink some water, I will eat some blueberries. There, full and slated. So I've brought you back here for a quick check-in. As you can see, we have found a turkey. He's somewhere to the south, I haven't checked him out yet. There's a little turkey. Yes, a large and colorful game bird native to the forests of North America. Its head and beak are covered in fleshy protuberances. They're also tasty. However, of course, I didn't bring you here to talk about a city turkey. I brought you here because of this. Well planned, right? We have a giant web spider with an accompanying giant web here. I moved around the web to get here. Generally, they're quite cool. A giant mutated grass spider, it waits for prey to become ensnared in the vast webs that it weaves between the trees. They're generally cool as long as you don't get too close. So they're most threatening if you're wandering about at night. You might run into their nests without noticing. In addition to that, I have found this here. Little blue area. What these are is these are swamps and this is a river bank, which basically means we got a small lake here with some wetlands around. This can be a blessing and a curse. There's some nasty swamp creatures which will be mean to you, and they tend to spawn randomly around these places. So we're gonna try to avoid it. Of course, there's also unlimited fresh water, which is a good thing. But we're gonna try to move around, I believe. And, well, move around and probably come back home. Maybe see if we can find out where this road goes. But I'm fearful of daylight, so I'll probably try to beeline it back home. Actually, yeah, I think we'll do that. But we'll move around this, so I'll move down here and then cut across there, and maneuver through the ant swarm. See you back at the shelter, possibly, unless I find something else. So, trouble ahoy. Serious trouble ahoy. Two things you can see here: we're beginning to get darkness creeping in on us, which is not good because we haven't made it very far. And in addition, as you can see on the little mini-map, there is a pink T here. You can see we're still here, we're far away from home, and there is a pink T. So what does a pink T mean? It means a strange temple. I stay away from these. They are generally inhabited by evil demons, and that's not something I want to mess with. Also, I'm in the forest, so there's a very limited field of view. Can't see very much, and it's getting dark. So let's give the temple a wider berth. Hope we don't get attacked. Well, I can handle a fox. I don't want to get attacked by a Jabberwock or something. That would be very bad. So avoiding. Let's head even further in this direction, and I see more spider webs right up here. So there's another spider nest there, so I can't go too far north. And it's getting darker and darker, and at this rate I will have to blunder past the ants in the middle of the night. Unless they've gone home, let's hope. So we're out here again at least. I'm gonna let you watch me negotiate foxes and cats, because I might get into a night fight with some ants, which is not ideal. At least we seem to have avoided the temple. As you can see, it's getting very dark, and here comes the ants. Great. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure how they are with hearing and smelling. Also, they might be nocturnal for all I know, which may be why they didn't attack me during the day. And as you can see, it is now very dark and very scary, and I have no clue what's happening around me. Okay, let's see. We are straight to the west of the shelter. Please make it there in one piece. One piece, not two, not three. One piece. Let's see. I think maybe, just maybe, I can see the wall of our home. I am beelining it for the door. I am running as fast as I can. Jesus Christ, that's an ant. It's still ignoring me despite me almost running into it. It's a very friendly ant. There, we are inside. Ooh, thank you. Unfortunately, we actually didn't really find anything on our trip from up here and all the way around. We didn't find anything interesting. We did find the Triffids up here and the city up here, as well as the lake and the temple, but we didn't find any cool loot. There might have been something out here, but it was pitch dark when we made it past there, so... but now it is night. It is 8 PM. A 8:15 in the evening. It's still sunny, despite the sun having gone down, which is kind of weird. However, what are we gonna do now? Well, I'm gonna probably leave the lab coat. It'll be less storage, but well, we can deal with that. We're gonna leave the empty plastic bottle. We'll probably leave all our food and water. Probably dump the stone knife. I think we're gonna bring the flashlight for emergencies, and we're gonna bring the crowbar. And might as well bring the matchbook. I don't think it has any volume. And then we are going to make a night raid into this city. We're gonna go for probably the grocery store, probably this house, probably these 3 houses, and maybe the gun store. Maybe. And we're gonna do it at night because we have built our character to be a night raider. He's fleet-footed, has good hearing, light step, night vision, weak scent. It's the whole purpose of this, and hopefully we find a lot of useful stuff in the city. Because we've been living off wild fruits and found bottles of water. So I want some tools, I want some equipment, I want cool clothing, all kinds of stuff. At least we have our pocket watch, so we'll know when the sun will rise roughly. But that's it for now, and next time we are going to raid the city and probably encounter zombies. So see you then.